Hello, children. Welcome to English class. In the last class, we read the poem Summer Sun by Robert Louis Stevenson. Today, I will be explaining it to you stanza wise. Okay? So, can we start? I will read one full stanza and then explain it to you the meaning. And also, we'll be looking at the new words in this poem. Okay, let's begin. Great is the sun and wide he goes through empty heaven with repose. And in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain, he showers his rays. In the first stanza, my dear students, in the first line of the first stanza, the poet is describing the sun. He has used the word great and wide. Great means we all know sun is a great object. It is huge and bright and important. Just imagine the world without the sun, right? So the poet is calling it great. He's just describing the sun. And wide he goes. What does it mean? Sunrise एक ही जगह पे गिरता है? नहीं, right? Sunrise पूरे दुनिया में गिरता है. One single sun is giving sunlight to the whole world. Wide spreads his rays, sun rays. That is what the poet is saying in the first line. Great is the sun and wide he goes through empty heaven with repose. Now he is referring to sun. In the second line, he is referring to sun during winter. During winter, the sun is calm. Through empty heaven. Heaven means sky. Empty means जहाँ पर clouds ना हो. जिन sky में clouds नहीं होता है, उस sky में एकदम calmly sunrise होता है. This one he is referring to the winter sun, where sun is calm. Repose. The word repose is new and it means a state of being calm. Repose means calm. Okay? A state of being calm. And in the blue and glowing days. Blue and glowing days means summer days. More thick than the rain, he showers his rays. More thick than the rain. ओके रेनी सीजन में कैसे बारिश होता है एकदम जोर से, उससे भी thick rays are there in the summer. Showers his rays, shines very brightly. Okay, understood? Very good. So please come to the second stanza. Though closer still the blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool, yet he will find a chink or two to slip his golden fingers through. Dear students, in the last class I told you that our poet considers the sun as a person and not an object. He feels sun has life. Sun is a person. So in this paragraph he is saying, no matter समर के टाइम पे हम जितना भी टाइटली हमारे कर्टन्स को बंद करके रखें ताकि हमारा घर कूल रहे, फिर भी ये सन क्या कर देता है? सन कहीं ना कहीं से ये गैप ढूंढ के अपने सन रेस को घर के अंदर ले आता है. दैट इज व्हाट द पोएट इज ट्राइंग टू से इन द सेकेंड स्टैंजा. ब्लाइंड्स का मतलब है, यू कैन सी हियर ही हैज यूज्ड द वर्ड ब्लाइंड्स. ब्लाइंड्स मीन्स कर्टन्स, स्क्रीन्स फॉर अ विंडो to shut the light out. That is called as blinds. Kuch nahi, this is just the window curtains which we use to keep the shady parlor cool. Parlor means it's a small room, my dear students, small room. If you know that we call it as an ice cream parlor, right? Ice cream parlor क्या होता है? It is a small room with a few chairs and tables जहाँ पर हम जाके ice cream खाते हैं. Okay? So parlor means it is just a room. ओके सो हम कर्टन्स लगा के हमारे रूम को ठंडा रखने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं इन द समर्स. दैट इज व्हाट द पोएट इज ट्राइंग टू से हियर. बट व्हाट द सन विल डू, ही विल समहाउ फाइंड अ चिंक और टू. चिंक और टू मीन्स, चिंक का मतलब है अ नैरो पैसेज या गैप. ओके जहां से वो अपना गोल्डन फिंगर्स को स्लिप करता है. ही विल पुट हिज गोल्डन फिंगर्स थ्रू दैट narrow passage which he finds, right? Golden fingers means sun rays. Okay, sun rays को poet ने यहाँ पर golden fingers बोला है, because he is thinking that sun is a person, right? And person, as a person, he will put his fingers, which is the golden rays, through the narrow gaps which he finds. Okay, so let's go to the third stanza. The dusty attic spider clad, he through the keyhole maketh glad, and through the broken edge of tiles into the laddered hayloft smiles. Okay, in this third stanza, he's saying the sun will make everybody happy. During summers, the sun will make everybody happy. It will make everybody glad. Okay, so what is this? The dusty attic, spider clad. Dusty attic is a room, a small room where we keep things which we don't use often. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब हमारा दिवाली लाइट्स हम पूरे साल में यूज़ नहीं होता है, वो एक रूम में रख देते हैं, राइट? विंटर ब्लैंकेट्स हम एक रूम में रख देते हैं बिकॉज हम पूरे साल उसको यूज़ नहीं करते. ऐसे एक रूम को हम एटिक बोलते हैं. ओके, अ स्मॉल रूम वेयर वी कीप थिंग्स विच वी डोंट यूज ऑफन, ओके, इज कॉल्ड एज एन एटिक. एंड वो रूम यूजुअली डस्टी होते हैं क्योंकि हम बार बार उसके अंदर नहीं जाते. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट इज अ डस्टी एटिक स्पाइडर क्लैड. एंड ऐसे रूम्स में बहुत ज़्यादा इंसेक्ट्स भी होते हैं. ओके, ऐसे इंसेक्ट्स को भी हमारा सन खुश कर देता है. कैसे? ही थ्रू द की होल मेकथ ग्लैड. मतलब जो एटिक में की होल होता है ना, जहाँ पर हम कीज डालते हैं, उस होल के थ्रू सन उस रूम में पहुंच जाता है. मेकिंग whom happy? Making the group of spiders and insects happy. Okay, not only in this room, it will even reach a room where we keep hayloft. Hayloft is a place. Can you see this word hayloft? Hayloft is a room where we keep dried grass. So broken tiles के through sunlight will enter even the hayloft, making everything smile. The grass will also smile. That is what is the meaning. So look at the new word spider clad. Spider clad means full of spiders. Maketh glad. Kids, maketh is a old version of English. पुराने टाइम में इंग्लिश में ऐसे ही बोलते थे, maketh. Maketh means to make. To make somebody happy means maketh glad. Okay, let's move on to the next para. Meantime, his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground, and sheds a warm and glittering look among the ivy's inmost nook. So kids, as I've told you, poet is thinking that sun is a person. Okay, so he already told that he's putting his fingers through the gap of the windows, right? Curtains के gap में अपने golden fingers को sun डालता है. But here you can see that he's saying he has a golden face. Sun has a golden face, right? So with the golden face, he is looking, he's showing his golden face to all the plants and animals in the garden. This is what it means. Meantime, his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground. Means he's showing his golden face to all the birds, animals and plants in the garden, and sheds a warm and glittering look among the ivy's inmost nook. And the sunlight glitters, एकदम shine हो रहा है. कहाँ पर? Ivy's inmost nook. Ivy is a flowering plant. Okay, जिस plant में एक छोटा plant होता है, ivy is a small plant which has flowers in it. उस plant के बीच में से भी sunlight glitter हो रहा है. Okay, so we have two new words, kids. One is nook. Nook means corner. Nook means corner, कोने. एक रूम के कोने को हम nook बोलते हैं. Got it? Nook. And bears. In this poem, bears means shows. The sun shows its round golden face. That is what it means. Okay, let's move to the last stanza. Above the hills, along the blue, round the bright air with footing true, To please the child, to paint the rose, the gardener of the world, he goes. Who is he here? He is the sun. The poet is calling the sun the gardener of the world. Like how a gardener will keep his garden beautiful, in the same way the sun makes the whole world beautiful, so the poet has called sun the gardener of the world. What does this gardener do? The sun? He will please the child to paint the rose. Okay, means the sun will paint the sky in the shade of red, making the child happy. Why the child is happy? Because he knows it is summer, the sun is out, and he can go and play when he sees the red skies. Okay, so he will make this child happy. He will make the hills beautiful along with the blue bright air. How is the air during summer? Summer के time पे the air is so bright. This is all the work of the sun, right? And we have one new word here, footing. Footing, footing. Footing means to walk firmly. The poet, as he considers the sun as a person, he says the sun walks very brightly and firmly, making the whole world beautiful. Okay, kids, hope you all understood this poem by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, so if you see a picture here, this is a postal stamp. As I mentioned in the last class, that Robert Louis Stevenson was a very famous poet during his times, and his picture was in the postal stamps, right? So this is a postal stamp. If you see in the corner, you can see his name. It's written Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, also his picture was there in the currency. This is a £1 currency of Scotland. You can also see Robert Stevenson here, right? This is Robert Stevenson and his picture is there in the currency. So this is for you to get a clear understanding what is a currency. Currency means पैसे का note होता है, okay? And postal stamp is a stamp which is required to send letters, okay? इन दोनों में रॉबर्ट स्टीवनसन का पिक्चर्स था, just to tell you that how important and how famous he was during his times. Okay, so kids, hope you all understood this poem. It's a very beautiful poem. It is mainly focusing on the sun during summers and how it brings happiness to the world. Okay, so I want you to read this poem again and again, okay, and write down the new words in the assignment, and also try to answer the questions which I've asked. There are around 6 questions, so please try to answer by reading the poem. However, you will be getting the answer in the answer keys, but before you get the answer keys, try to answer the questions and please send it to me. Let me see how you all can imagine and answer. Okay, let me see how well you have understood this poem. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next class. Take care. Bye-bye.